This whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she does. She does. She motivates people. She helps them with, not only life skills, but learning how to take care of yourself. Real estate. She's the bomb. She's the
and
bomb.
I'm interested in all of the above.
Yeah, she's the bomb.
We all need that cleansing.
Oh yes.
We all need it. We all need to really just start over. Hit the start over button, no matter.
Get your shit together.
That's what you need.
You
need to get the shit together.
Yeah, and that's that goes for what you put in your body, how you treat your body, how you discipline your body and your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, how you deal with your household.
Yeah,
that's actually it starts there. I should just lay it with that.
Yeah.
So 2024,
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this weight loss challenge, and I'm in the third day.
Mm-hmm.
So the most importantly is to drink your water.
Mm-hmm.
Stop putting that beef and that pork in your system.
Oh God.
And if you want to tone yourself, do the body wraps. I have a product called Lipo in a Jar, and you put it on your skin, and it just begins to tone. You sweat, and after you put your waist trainer on, and the next thing you know, you like.
Got that Coke bottle. Got that Coke bottle.
What?
So I have an alternative to that. So I am a life coach, and I am a holistic life coach as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do. I talk to people about learning how to heal inside and out. So that's with a chat with the Queen, the new show that's coming out. And I've learned that there are so many things. Robin's going to be on the show too. Okay. I've learned that there are things that we've been taught that has not been healthy for us, because what it does, it contributes to the medication, the pharmaceutical companies, and things like that.
Yes,
so one thing that I've learned was eating by your blood type. Have you all heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So
it's actually a novel.
A book. Yeah, it is a book called Eat by
It's
Your
not
Blood
a novel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
It's
a guide.
educational.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can find it on Amazon, but the eating by your blood type is very important, because we think that either you can be a vegan, which I've done that lifestyle too, and also I lost over 100 pounds just by getting rid of chicken. I didn't
really.
Yes, chicken was my worst enemy.
Jeez.
Chicken
really?
was my worst enemy was chicken.
Not
It
the
was
chicken.
I know, but if you
Popeyes.
think about it, chicken is in every single thing. You can't go to get a salad without a chicken, like chicken in it. You get what I'm saying? There's chicken everywhere. So we have to think about what is the common things that everybody consumes that is containing illness, and that is chicken. Chicken is the dirtiest bird that you can eat.
Don't say that.
It is. It's the dirty bird. We've been hurt.
So now we're gonna go to Popeyes, like, give me some green beans with a side of nigga.
A biscuit. Just come out with a biscuit.
Like, give me the biscuit.
Red beans and rice,
Y'all here killing them.
But I like that.
I'll probably be skinny for real.
Yeah.
That's all I eat is
It's chicken. I'm telling you, chicken has the most
We thought we was
inflammation
playing it
in
safe though. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
no, that's not. Inflammation is
Poultry.
one of the biggest things that chicken has the most inflammation in its food. We talk about it all the time. We hear it, right? We talk about how big the chicken wings are. They don't look real.
Oh,
we
you
talk
can
about
find that stringy little part in the middle. That's not real meat.
Yeah, that's not real meat. You can see if the feathers is not
B-Dub's
on
doing
there.
it now. I don't mean to throw out no names. Matter of fact, I'm gonna quit because I don't need to be
because they
boycotted.
not.
Yeah. But you got that is one of the things that we have to look at. So looking at my blood type is a blood type O, and we are not able to consume poultry. No poultry, anything with feathers, we are not able to consume. So guess what?
I'm O positive.
Oh, so chicken is not your best friend. Seafood and red meat.
I'm allergic to shellfish for some weird reason.
Well, you got salmon, you got
I love salmon, I love whiting, I love hold on, I got a list. This is red snapper. You got
Can you hold off on your list? Because we gotta take a break.
Oh.
I hope they hungry.
I'm sorry, we gotta take a break, yeah.
Yo, big up Cincinnati. This your boy Joe Dapper from Dada Shock World Music Sound, representing for Wet Wednesdays, Ladies Night Reggae, 9 p.m. through midnight, with exclusive poetry and open mic sessions, and the hottest reggae, dancehall, and Afrobeats and R&B in the city. So come hold a vibe at the Cali Bar and Grill, 1227 California Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio. Come catch me there. Boom.
So if we said we're gonna really do what we're gonna do in 2024, then let's do it. And that's my first real actual solid advice that I got this year.
Follow through.
So let's do it.
So you gonna stop eating chicken?
Yeah, reefer don't give me that. You know, you just get other stuff. I actually been a vegan before too.
Oh, okay. So
I'm a big fan
it,
of like dragon fruit and stuff like that. All that type of stuff. It's a little pricey.
I promise you, what you getting past more than anything is your mind. That's really the biggest thing.
When you're hungry and you're eating your food, you're not thinking, "Oh, I want chicken."
No, you just trying to nourish your body.
Not when you're full.
No, but when you making the choice.
But when I'm out and I'm driving around because I'm doing everything that I gotta do, I'm like, oh, let me stop at this chicken joint.
Yeah. So that means you have to start doing more time management for you, right? Packing things on the way, having you a lunch bag, get you some
if you
snacks.
ain't Robin's cousin,
you know.
You said your cousin.
Yes, that's
this
my
is
cousin.
Robin talking right now.
No, I'm serious.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
Making sure that you have to do self-care, because if you're not healthy, then how are you going to be able to maintain all the generational wealth that you're leaving? You're going to leave it prematurely, and things are not
dropped
going
the
to be
kids off and got off
right?
work. I'm cheating right now. This that shit. This the shit.
So I would like.
Excuse me. Did you say divine wine?
I don't know.
Yes, he said it did. It was good. Yes, we
Go
are
ahead,
here. No,
I didn't know. I thought the commercial was still going.
It's right there.
Oh, so what else we talking about?
So
yes, the wine.
Doing more self-care, caring about you. Like really putting in the time in you, like you put into your businesses, like you put into your clients, like you put into the meetings and all of those other things. Self-care is more important, because if you don't care about yourself, you can't expect anybody else to care about you.
That's true.
Hey.
That's true.
You can't expect somebody to respect your time if you're not respecting your time.
Commit to it the way
and that's your time.
Your voice change when white people walk in the room.
Yeah.
Commit to it.
So pack.
So Queen Cleo, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Walnut Hills.
Okay.
I grew up in
Cincinnati,
Ohio.
What elementary school?
I went to Douglas Elementary, and then I went to Schroeder, and then I graduated from Hughes.
Okay. So when you were younger, did you always have the desire to be a life coach? How did that start?
It started actually when I was probably like in 10th grade. I remember running home every day after school and watching Oprah. And Iyanla was the special guest on Oprah for many years, if y'all remember that. And she talked about how to change your mindset. And I was so intrigued by the things that she was saying, and there were so many things that deposited in my spirit at that time that this is what I should be doing. But I've always been 9th grade. And then I've always been the encourager. I've always been the person that people come to. Everybody was always at my house. You know, I was always that type of person. And then in my career, I started out in the medical field, and then I went over to the mental health side, where that was my passion. Was being in the mental health side, being able to help people just get past trauma. And I didn't know what trauma was. I didn't know until, it's all started coming out the last couple, maybe 5 to 10 years, talking about trauma, talking about self-care and things like that. And it just kind of catapulted as I went into entrepreneurship and being able to make a business out of it.
So I think we all been through trauma. We all probably suffer from PTSD. It's just prevalent in our society, So get some help. Yeah. Some help.
Knowing that you need help, because most of us walk around not knowing that we need help, right? Or we're ignoring. Well, I mean, all of us are. All of us have some capacity of
benefits in some ways, though. because trauma comes in so many forms.
Mhm.
We can't even identify. You got from daddy issues to abandonment issues
Mhm.
to I know people that don't ride the bus, and that's the only reason they're unemployed. They're struggling because they refuse to ride the bus. Nobody they can't help them, you know.
Mhm.
And
They're afraid to get on the bus.
yeah,
They're afraid because they
That
don't want.
doesn't-
They're embarrassed, or they just
no,
don't feel like
he calls it paranoia. So I'm like, okay, if you can call it, then you can work on it. And you're talking to the wrong one to tell me what your problem is. If I tell you what your problem is, I'm going to help you hands on. But if you can tell me, you help yourself. You got this. Don't try to fool me.
He got to get his shit together.
Yeah.
And that's that.
To be honest, really,
I rode the bus until I rode the bus and did overtime on the bus and had no problem with it. Froze to death, at least. I'm not dead, but that's just a saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no problem doing what I got to do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it starts. It starts with not caring about the boundaries in front of you, but dealing with the problem in front of you. So when it comes to your priorities, which is the main topic of this subject, you got to put some of that things that you put as a priority to the side. Some people put stopping to get some numbers as a priority, as opposed to saving that few dollars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen
get some
that.
scratch off.
Yeah.
You could have put that on the crypto. You could have put it on the stable coin. That's a whole nother episode, I think. You want to talk about crypto?
Well, that's another thing, is really having the knowledge. But what you're talking about is having self-determination and being able to overcome, obstacles. But we have to talk about childhood trauma.
Ooh.
Because that's where it divides
That's
from.
where it starts.
It starts from the childhood trauma that has not been addressed, and talking about, like you said, parental trauma, generational trauma. All of those type of things are prevalent as we grow up, and we deal with our own problems. And sometimes dealing with problems was not one thing that we
It's not taught.
It's not taught.
It's not taught.
Well, some families do not teach you that, and then lack of communication and emotional intelligence is some of the things that we lack.
I'll give you examples. Shut up, because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
I never did that to my children.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I grew up, though.
Or whatever happens in this house stays in this house.
Mm-hmm.
True enough.
Mm-hmm.
True enough. That'd be some of the deepest, darkest things you could think of.
Mm-hmm.
So the point I wanted to say with shut up and just always pulling rank with everybody else in the house, because you can. That, first of all, these are other people, other humans, other souls, and they got something to say, and it's heartfelt to them. When I ask you to understand, we just ask you to hear them out. Allow people to express themselves. Don't always just think because you're the boss that you got all the answers, because people got their own story too. Every single individual.
I know when my mom said shut up, it was shut up.
No, she meant it now. That don't mean I didn't have something to say though.
But
I'm shutting up.
couldn't say
so no, hold on, one more time before because I know you.
I couldn't
Leo
express
know what I'm going with this.
I know you're going,
At
but
the end of the day, that kid was never allowed to express themselves.
So it cut off their
in
throat chakra.
another way.
It cut off their throat chakra, so now they're not.
You don't even know me.
Yeah, you don't.
You want to allow me to?
You can't hear my voice,
Mhm.
right? You can't
don't
hear
even
my
know
voice. You don't even know what your own voice sound like,
Right.
because you wasn't even able to express yourself, right?
You're doing what you were taught.
And then another thing, so not only shut up, keep things, whatever happens in my house stays in my house, but also how about do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, now you see the BS.
You know what I'm saying?
Because-
You know that thing.
Because guess what?
You doing
Mom and them was in that dining room kicking it.
Right.
That looked fun to me.
But you better not touch it.
Yeah.
You in your hand,
We couldn't even touch the mints.
They was in there
and
having
the nuts.
a ball.
My mom used to have nuts and mints all set out, and
Looked like Christmas.
That's
It was
brown,
just
that's
Wednesday.
brown. That's brown people.
Or don't go in the living room. You can't sit in my living room.
Yeah.
What you
Oh,
mean? You
my
can have
God,
plastic
yes.
on the counter. Yeah. These are traumas that we have grown up with, right?
And
That's
it didn't
not
make
been
sense
addressed.
at
It
all.
didn't make sense. So we all have we have more than 7 chakras, but the 7 main chakras, this is our spiritual body. We have a root chakra, a solar chakra, solar plex, our heart chakra, throat eye, and our crown chakra. Our root chakra is is actually developed between the ages of 1 through 7. So most people, that deals with your security, that deals with being able to, if you had a stable home, if you was worried about if you was gonna eat or not, all of those type of things. That's where that comes from. So most kids, we see them, they too grown, but you don't know that they taking care of their little siblings or their mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or their parents. Right.
Yes.
So their root chakra is already off between the ages of 1 through 7 before they can even get into first grade.
They got whole responsibility.
They
They just ain't paying the bills.
Just ain't paying the bills.
They just ain't, and sometimes the parents ain't paying the bills. Okay.
That's why they moving around.
That's why they doing. That's why they got to take care of the household. Right.
So before we have a solution, you have to understand the problem.
Yes. So
our
root chakra is not in alignment, right? So the whole thing is about us being in alignment so that we can be successful, healed individuals or healing individuals, to be out in society. Then we have our solar plex and our sacral chakra. This is where our emotions. So most people think that they are overweight because of the food we eat. Yes, that's true. But there's also the emotions, the self-doubt, the lack of confidence, not being able to express yourself. Like I said before, all of those things is right here in our gut. What do we say? Our mind is connected to our gut, right? So if our gut have that feeling not to get in that relationship and we ignore the red flag, or we know that our parents are abusive, but we chose not to say nothing because we're protecting them from going to jail consequences. We couldn't say nothing.
Consequences though to that action though.
Yep. So from ages 7 to 14 is our sacral chakra. That's where we develop our emotions, where we, who we want to deal with. We start making friends. We start, you start being more social, but if you're being bullied at that age, right? You don't learn how to make friends. You don't learn how to
be scared.
Yeah, you be scared, or you're not social because that chakra has been cut off, right? Then we go to our solar plex chakra, where we are learning how to filter our emotions. That's from ages 14 to 21. So during that age, we like, yeah, I know. I kind of know what I want. You want to, you starting relationships, and most people in our generation, we done had kids and we done started families before the age of 21. I know I was one of them. I had 3 kids by the time I was 16. From ages 16 to 21, I had 20 actually. I had 3 kids by that time.
Wow.
Yeah. So me being emotionally unstable, not knowing what I want. I had desires for myself, but we choose as parents to put ourselves on the back burner and raise our kids, right? So then we have our heart chakra. That's where we learn how to love. So when we're not loved properly, we don't know how to love properly.
Right.
We don't. And so then we wonder why they're abusive. We wonder why they're not able to express themselves and be, they're not.
You wonder why you're annoying. Like when you're trying to calm them down, you're trying to be that peace, you're annoying them or you're triggering them because they don't know how to accept love.
Yeah, or just being emotionally intelligent, learning when to speak, not to speak, learning when to be able to, hold on, wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't respond to that right now. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe I should just take a seat back. Those are the
It sounds like it's a script, but it's actually very simple.
It's very simple. But we got to take a break real quick. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to Kalima's Digital Practice, where we provide internal and external holistic healthcare and hair loss solutions for the entire family. Did you know that hair loss and other symptoms are often a result of poor nutrition and diet? When hair loss does occur, it gives the provider a clue to begin to figure out what may or may not be going on inside the body. As an iridologist, I've been uniquely trained to interpret the markings and patterns of your left and right iris. These unique patterns provide me with information about what's going on inside your body, which I in turn share with you immediately in a detailed professional report.
Nothing. Nah, she won't allow me. She won't allow. She is heard.
Thanks for tuning in to the Lady Devine show.
I hope they heard that.
Radio. And, she might have heard.
That heart chakra is real, y'all.
Yeah,
You have to accept it as well.
Learning how to heal that heart chakra, right? And you know, sometimes we're carrying things from 3 relationships ago.
Oh, child.
Right. And so because we hold on
I
to
seen
things.
the ghost move though.
Nah, he right here. Carrying those relationships, you know, that trauma from those relationships that you have not healed from, and taking accountability for the things that you contributed to the relationship. Because it could all be everybody else's problem, but if you don't look at the mirror and see that maybe Mr. Sincere wasn't as sincere as he thought he was, right?
Nah, Sincere was. This is the evolution of Kenny, or any character I was before then.
Well, maybe Crazy Kenny.
Crazy Kenny was an asshole.
Well,
beat that out, please.
No,
You said the truth.
Crazy Kenny had to be provoked though. Crazy Kenny loved hard, but the second you cross him, he had a spiteful heart. He had a vengeful heart.
And then where did that derive from?
My mama now. I was raised by some thugs.
That root chakra. It's that root chakra,
I was
right?
raised by
That
some
root
goons.
chakra.
That nobody mess with nobody because we wouldn't allow it. We standing on business. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
I come from a standing on business type of family, and I'm the baby.
Yeah, I can understand. I'm the baby too, so I understand that. But really digging deep and like really getting, so as Kenny evolving into Sincere, the Sincere sounds like the person that you want to be. So that is telling me that confirms what you just said. You was an a-hole and you were spiteful and you were all of those things. This is who you really want to be, is Sincere.
Sincere is a great father. Sincere go to work. Sincere get up, handle business. He stand on business like the real version of stand on business. Sincere is empathetic. Actually, Kenny is all the above too. It's again provoked Kenny.
But I'm just saying that you are evolving as you evolve into Sincere, you will become more emotionally intelligent to know.
I burn sage now.
That doesn't mean anything. I mean,
no.
Burning sage is a great technique, but also digging deep, like meditating, learning how to listen to that inner voice, and actually journaling and journaling and saying, you know what, that wasn't right. And then asking, going back, even if they don't forgive you, you can go back and say, would you forgive me? Ask for forgiveness.
Now that's healing at its finest.
That's healing at its finest, you know.
And you could go all the way back.
Yeah, all the way back
to that time, the kindergarten that you kicked. You know what I'm saying? You go all the way back.
Yeah.
I might burn a couple.
No, but that's the process we all have to do in healing. And that's about us releasing those things that no longer serve us, right?
Real. But it wasn't all bad. That's the thing. It wasn't all bad yet. The experience might still haven't fulfilled what you needed as an individual. So in my case, no, I didn't have a parent that listened. No, I didn't even have a sibling that listened. Not younger, at least. So I got grown and started.
You had no voice.
So your throat chakra was cut off.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And once I was able to express myself, the strangers that recognized me. Woo, child. I started writing music at 11. I did my first performance at 15 at Eden Park during Juneteenth. They heard me then.
Oh, they heard you then.
Yeah, at that point.
I hope it wasn't no chakra words.
Oh no, it was a great song. I sung one of Shady Games and Party in the Club or something. Remember, that was all we was into back then.
15.
That's what we listened to.
Okay.
And this was back then when I believed in record companies and record deals and stuff. So you wanted to fit they quota. And I know better now. So I'm just being me. So the stuff you hear is authentic me, even if you don't agree.
So basically you were writing songs based on other people's experiences or what you saw?
Well, no, it was with my experience, but I would try to be the goriest rapper, the goriest, the nastiest, the eeriest, you know, just try to beat the one that's silly. Yeah, exactly. Because and I also went there with comedy. Because that's what they want. And after a while of realizing you don't even feel good, or hell, you got to think too much. You just let it loose. Most of my shows I do now, especially comedy, I didn't forget my lines before I even got on stage. And I just get up there and be silly, and I kill them. I love them.
That's your natural gift.
Yes.
Yeah, just be
silly.
Yeah,
and the way I feel like I'm sitting in the because that's what got me started in comedy, sitting in the living room, hanging out, and I'll be the one that break the silence. And everybody busts out laughing. I actually just started writing down what I said. Like, yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
So now, do you base your comedy on characters?
Well, some, yes,
Some
and
family
no.
members?
No, and they want me
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Everybody been like, man, you can talk about me. Go on, you know I pissed you off. Talk about me. And I'm not. No, it's more so I'm a creative person. So as long as I got an imagination, we got material forever. So
let's go back to Miss Queen Cleo.
Queen got it going on.
So you had some kids before age 20, 3 kids. So you didn't get to go to college?
I did go to college later.
Okay.
But my first child, he passed away. He was stillborn. I was 17 at that time. And so I was really, really I was devastated. I didn't know, what to do from there.
Right.
But I got pregnant very quickly after I had him. And I was married for 20 years. I do have to put that out there so people don't think I was just.
So what age did you get married?
I got married at 23. 23. I got
like you're old enough to have been married for 20 years. Like,
Yeah,
that's over.
20
Though.
years.
It's over. That was back then.
No.
That was back then.
I think that God did that to me for a reason. It was always. I think He protected me. He shielded me from a lot of things. Because I could have been a club hopper. I could have been doing things prematurely. And all of those things. But I was into church too. So I was. I didn't have that type of lifestyle, and I didn't grow up. That wasn't the lifestyle that my mother, presented to me. So I didn't have that lifestyle. But yes, I had 3 kids by the time I was 20 years old. My older 2 children, I have 5 altogether. So my older 2 children, they were like the testing, test the mic, see if it worked. And then later I had 2 more children. So I have 4 living children. They are 20, 25, she'll be 25 this year, 25, 23, 15, and 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she ain't changed the pamper in 3 decades.
Oh, no, I have grandchildren too.
My goodness, Lord.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I have 2.
You gotta cook.
Okay. I have 2 grandchildren.
Yeah.
2. I actually, got at first, I was apprehensive about whatever journey God had me on, but I have seen now in hindsight that He needed me to be still so that I could be able to assist my children in their careers and what they're doing. And so I'm able to keep my grandchildren so that my daughter can finish cosmetology school. She also works. And then my son, he's a family man and he works too. So I assist them with
That's
keeping
what you call
kids.
support,
Yes.
people.
I
Look
had
it up.
that. I had that.
Look it up.
I had
Family
support.
members, Johnsons,
The Johnsons,
Support.
Jones, and the Jacksons.
and the Sutherlands.
No.
Look it up. And the Devine. Support.
No, but I'm
They know
blessed
what we
to be
saying.
able to
That's
be in
what it
that
looked like, though.
position.
That's support right there.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be able to be in this position, to be able to assist my grandchildren. So
So tell me about your career. What have you done?
oh Lord, honey, I've used all my gifts. Let's just say that. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them, but I used the majority of them. So as you all know, I did the mental health. I was in a mental health and medical field for 20 plus years. But I've also had my own TV show previous to this. Back in 2018, I've also been co-host.
What was the name of that?
A Chat with the Queen, same
Okay.
same name,
Queen.
just
Kill the
relaunching. Yep, just relaunching. And before it is dedicated to more entrepreneurs that was in the community and being able to give them a highlight so that people can see and know what they do in the community. I've been co-host on several radio shows. So I've done that. I've had my own clothing line. For
You didn't tell me that.
Resume.
Yes, I have my own clothing line that was dedicated to women, curvy women. It was called Voluptuous Vibes.
Okay.
That was really big in the city. I've been an actress. I went on tour doing theater. Let's see.
So what's some of the theatrical things that you've done?
So I've done a couple plays. Those were very name the plays. Okay. I can't even name the plays.
But she just been working.
I can't
She
even
like,
write
yeah,
it
my
down. I'm gonna
line.
have to write that down so I can be able to give y'all the names. But that was a couple years
on
back.
set with the wrong
Were they
line.
here?
Yes, they were
Okay.
here in Cincinnati, and then we did a tour in Ohio. We went to Columbus, Canton, Dayton. Those are three cities that I do remember. But we did go on
That just
tour.
shows you've been working.
Yeah.
Because, cats do them 2 shows and talk about it for 15 years. Like, man, I was in them plays.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
Yeah, you
And
can learn
I'm
something
sorry
from me,
to
boy.
I'm sorry to the directors.
No, I mean you can't remember everything.
Yeah, so
Try to hard.
yes, please.
And I've done something similar in the last couple of years. That pandemic scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So the stages wasn't my platform. I got a lot of material on YouTube, which is Kenny Sincere Johnson on YouTube. Well, actually Kenny Sincere Johnson Sr. on YouTube. You just look it up. Y'all just type it in and type the rest in. I did a stage play that was directed by Trina Best called Even If It Kills Me.
Oh.
I actually got that on accident. My sister Ebony, shout out Ebony, comedian, nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those sisters.
Laugh like.
She laugh life
Laugh
entertainment.
Life.
Laugh Life Entertainment, Mine is Drama and War Entertainment. She made the logo. She can make yours too. But we did that. She the one gave me a call one day, and little did I know I was going to be the star of the play, the thing. I was this narcissistic husband that was beating on and cheating on my wife.
Oh.
Imagine having a room full of women teaching you how to be a narcissist. I was never tough enough. She like, choke her. I was like, cut. But I eventually learned how to beat a woman, basically. By women. Women taught me how to be aggressive towards women. And so me bringing
How
this
did
up.
you get out of character though? Because once you're in.
Well, I was single at the time, so thank God for that.
Uh-huh.
I didn't go home to nobody as Bobby Nottingham.
Mm-hmm.
But to go through that process, for one, it made me feel sorry. I mean, I had big empathy for the fact that, damn, y'all really deal with a guy like this. Because the guys I come, they cut you smooth, they cut you quiet. They ain't talking about nothing. That's the people that raised me. They around people that choke them and throw them around the room and yell and yeah. So to teach me how to be what their vision of a narcissistic man was quite the experience. And we killed it. We did a great. We did 2 shows in one day. We didn't take it on tour. I was looking for her to book me again, but maybe she'll see this podcast because I'm still working, Trina.
All right, we got to take a break, y'all. And we'll be right back. Cece, what inspired you to get into this business?
COVID, all the nail salons were closed. I was looking for just nail artists that would come to my home. I had to go get a UV machine, UV gel, didn't know nothing about it. They're like, if you don't have that machine, it won't dry. I was paying $60 for a fill-in because my nails were this long. And then I go home and get myself every 2 weeks, $60 for the fill-in, no color. Then I go home and put all the stuff on there. 2 weeks, I'm coming back, they prying it off.
It's divine.
Provide or something.
Yeah, she's getting to it.
Okay, then let's do it.
All right, welcome back to the Lady Devine show on Busy One Radio. And this is going to be our last little session here. And we're going to focus on chat with the queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
A chat with the queen. This Saturday, we're going to be having auditions, correct?
Yes, we're going to do a casting call for individuals that have experienced trauma, that want to be able to get their shit together and learn how to lose weight, heal, and be able to be successful in their journey, their healing journey.
Is there any particular trauma that you're looking for?
No particular trauma. I believe all trauma coincides with one another. They all piggyback off of each other. Most times we try to categorize them, but when we categorize them, it all leads back to the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Saturday, we're going to be at the Divine Lux Studios at 800 Compton Road, Unit 17. And we want anybody that needs some help or think they can benefit from what the Queen has to offer. And tell them everything that you are offering.
Okay, so Get Your Shit Together is a program that I already have established with my holistic healing program. And it is basically learning how to heal inside and out. So what you will see on camera will be 3 individuals that has experienced trauma, and we'll take them through different stages of healing. So first we'll talk about the mind, body, and soul. So first we'll talk about the mind, because of course it starts with our mind, our decision to want to be able to heal. And so we will learn how to transition our mindset from poverty into abundance, or poverty into prosperity in all areas of our lives. And that's learning how to break the cycle. You know, when we're breaking cycles, we are we're unlearning things that no longer served us, or our past trauma, or what our parents taught us, or society. And we are implementing things that help us become more successful mentally.
So you have some people that's helping you with this journey, and it's going to be a year working with these people, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I know you have a financial person that's going to help them with budgeting and how to take care of their money. You have a fitness person that's going to show them how to eat and how to exercise and get their body right.
Yep. So so we got Robin Gentry. She's, like we talked about her before, that's my cousin. She is going to teach individuals on how to basically learn how to eat properly, so that you are fueling your body, and learning how to exercise properly according to your body type, which is very important. And then I have Bianca Wagner. She is Queen B. She does a lot of holistic things, and learning how to plant your foods, grow your foods in your backyard, learning what those are type of things that's
supposed to be.
Yes. And exactly, going back to the things that we had as our ancestors had, they ate from garden to plate is what we call it, right? So learning how to properly do those things so that we can do things in season. I was talking to one of my clients earlier, and we was talking about how we always want things that we don't want out of season. Or that we want out of season. And I'm like, well, God does that. When he has fruits and vegetables, there's like everybody talking about watermelon, like, I could eat some watermelon right now, but it's not in season. Right. So God gives us things in season. So we need to learn how to do those things in season, eat those foods in season.
Operations.
Yes. So that we can nourish our bodies during these times. So, summertime is where watermelon is the most fruitful, right? Yes. It's the most sweetest and things like that. And then, you think about the process of them actually growing and all of that good stuff. So, so that it could be produced to eat next summer, right? And then we have spirit. So that's our mind, body, and spirit. Spirit is learning how to listen to that inner voice, right? We all have that inner voice that we kind of ignore because we have past traumas, what we was talking about, right? Not learning how, So learning how to listen to that inner voice by meditating, learning how to actually
It starts with isolation.
yes. Well, isolation is an amazing start because then that's the process of eliminating things and people that no longer serve
And being comfortable with it.
Yes, being comfortable with you, getting to know you, learn you, and that's a part of listening to that inner voice when you know, like, hey, something ain't right. Listen to that gut, like, hey, this is not where I'm supposed to be.
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag,
Red
and
flag.
It's flagging, it's waving, and you
Start
like,
red flagging
it's starting to turn
yourself.
orange. I don't know, it might be yellow. So that is important. Doing yoga is also one of the things that we're going to focus on, and learning how to stretch our bodies and learning how to use our bodies to be able to heal. And deep breathing, like breath work is so important because we don't realize how much we shadow breathe. Right? We shadow breathe because we're always on the go. We're always in a rush. So we don't even realize that we're not taking a complete breath, and then we wonder why we are not remembering things, wondering why we feel all over the place, why we fatigue. We're not getting good rest at night. It's because you're most likely breathing out of your mouth all day, right? Or you're not taking that complete breath, right? Inhaling, holding, and exhaling. Right, so it's very important.
Tonight,
yes,
baby.
So when you don't learn how to do that, that means taking time for you. Then we will ignore everything else that we have in front of us. So those are the main things that we're going to do. I know one of my favorite exercises is actually writing things down. Journaling is very important. I'm always writing, but writing down the cycles that we have been in. We don't even take in consideration that we repeat in the same cycles, even if it's a different person. They say the same shit, different pot. Right? This is exactly what we do in our life. We do those same things, and when we do those same things, we're actually putting ourselves in a detrimental mental health crisis because we're not taking that time to actually look at what's in front of us.
Right? Going against the grain, baby.
Yes, going against the grain. I think it's very important for us to be able to learn these tools and techniques that are free. This is not something that you got to pay for. Learning how to breathe is not something that you got to pay for. When you start growing your own fruits and vegetables, and you don't have to go to the grocery store because it's in your backyard. You don't. You talk about weight loss. And you got peace of mind now because you have isolated yourself, or you have trimmed your circle down, what we talked about, into a community or a village that helps you become the best you. And so the show is to hone in on those traumas so that we can learn how to correct those things and live a purposeful life and live in our purpose.
So the show is going to be every week, every month. How?
So it is going to be every week, and then
on cable.
On cable, yes, it is. It's going to be on DirecTV and Spectrum on their local channels, and then we're going to also stream on YouTube as well, so that we can get the message out for those that don't have paid TV. I'm really looking forward to it. The first episode is going to drop on my birthday, February 6th, my 43rd birthday. So I'm really excited about that. And so I'm just looking forward to meeting the people. I'm looking forward to working with the team. I'm so blessed because the first time when I had my show, A Chat with the Queen, I did not have an idea of what to do or how to do it. But I'm blessed that now that I have a team. And Miss Devine is a part of the team that is produced by Dre Will Productions. I am very grateful for him. Learning how to, and then I wouldn't even have this opportunity if I didn't have my shit together, right? If I didn't have my shit together, I wouldn't have been able to present it to Dre Will in a fashion where he was like, you know what, this is it. This is what I'm going. We need you.
So I'm excited because I get to be a producer.
Yes.
I have never
Add that
had
to
that
the title,
role.
baby girl.
I've never had that role as a
Yes.
producer, so I'm gonna be a producer. My clothing is gonna be in the show.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be taking
She
care
gonna
of her
style me,
wardrobe.
y'all. Yes.
And that's a great opportunity.
Yes.
I'm really excited about what 2024 is bringing because those are the type of things that I want to do. I want to connect with people to be able to do some things.
We're gonna have some divine wine.
Yes,
on the
definitely,
show too,
definitely. Yes.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm
After
looking
the
forward
show.
to it. And I
Get your
am
lines.
yeah, of course, after the show, we're gonna
I want
after
to get your
you
lines.
we're gonna celebrate after you get through the process. But yes, I do agree with us being able to, this is an opportunity for all of us.
Yes.
It's a big opportunity.
It is.
And I'm
Because
so
we
blessed.
can, we could do more.
Yes.
Yes.
And
This
we
is
can
just
help
the beginning.
others. Like
No,
that's
we're
the
going
thing.
to do more.
Yeah.
I'm claiming it.
Yes. That's
Let's do more.
yes.
We're
Talk
going
less.
to do more.
Closing words.
Yeah.
from you.
Closing words for me is it is imperative that you seek the help that you need. It is imperative that you start with self-care. It is imperative that you know that, hey, we've all experienced trauma and it's okay. It's okay to get help and it's okay to get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
And you can find me on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok. The show A Chat with the Queen, and also you can find my personal pages on there too. On all those, it's Coaching with Cleo.
Nephew Kenny, closing words.
At my usual.
Any shows coming up?
Nope, no shows. Just back to work, done with New Year's and Christmas. Kids back to school. So now it's time to pan out the schedule again. It's time. So this is like 3 days after all that started. So our next episode, I'll most likely have more to say on upcoming events and stuff because we about to keep busy. We're gonna start this year off right.
Yes.
And that's that.
That's it.
Yeah.
So as usual, I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Lady Devine show on Busy One Radio. Make sure you download the app and subscribe to my show. It's $9.99 a month, and you waste that every day. So please support me. Yeah.
Put that chicken dinner down and go subscribe to her show.
So, you know what?
What's she
I'm
saying?
gonna make a commitment to try to do
Damn, no chicken.
more fish.
Yes, please.
More fish.
More
I
fish.
am. Yes.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
okay with
know
that.
what I'm gonna do with this. Not doing chicken, but I'm gonna try it.
You should.
I'm gonna try it.
You should.
So I just want to tell you guys that I love you, and I want you all to be safe out there. Keep your head up. Think about things that you're doing. Don't just react. Think about it. For every reaction, there's a consequence.
Yeah.
So think about that before you do things, guys. I love you. I see you next week.